those controversies around the selection of councillors in the ANC, councillor candidates, that is, in the ANC. The family of an ANC supporter shot dead during protests in Lichtenburg want answers. Protests erupted over what the community is calling the rigging of ANC candidates' lists. It's alleged the man was killed allegedly by police. eNCA's Pule Letshwiti-JONES is following that story and joins us now for an update. And so, Pule, there are names and faces and relatives and loved ones. We may report it as one person has died in tensions following that controversy around the election of councillor candidates, but actually these are people who had loved ones. What is the family telling you about this man and how he died?
Well, a very good day to us, and what we understand is that this young man was actually, shot while being part of those who were actually protesting, like you've mentioned, against the rigging of candidate lists in Bredeville, Lichtenburg here in Northwest. And this is a matter that's been going on for quite some time. In fact, it stems from last week, Friday, where protests were ongoing, and we then came here to try and find out what could be the root cause to this problem. And what we found out, particularly yesterday with the exclusive report we gave, was that indeed there was some manipulating of lists where there was some councillors who actually had higher votes, but yet again signed off the lists so they could go to the provincial list committee of the ANC for approval. And those are the kind of challenges we were getting here. But most importantly, again, the provincial spokesperson of the ANC, Kenny Morolong, issuing out a statement and crucially saying that they will be investigating this matter, but furthermore, calling for calm in the area. But it seems as though residents here are still waiting for answers from the ANC. But while that's the case, I'm going to be speaking to the mother of the young man who actually got killed, and she will be telling us about the family and how this has been nothing but a burden of news unto them. Mama, thank you very much for joining us on eNCA. Now, and it was all because of politics tsahalang mo setjhabeng mo. A ka re tlhalosetsa e jwang taba e bokete jwang?
Taba e botlhoko mo go rona ne e botlhoko ka go banteng ngwana rona ana a ba le mo mogwantong wa goreng ba ne ba lela gore ba ne ba tlhopile mo councilora so ga ba tlhopile mo councilora go tlhagela mo councilora o e bone ba sa mo tlhopa. So yaanong e botlhoko yaanong ke ya gore ene mo gare ga batho ba ba kana ka ena go ena re be re sena ene a tlhokofetse and a tlhokofetse yalo ga gona motho a mothuntshitseng ebile ga gona motho a tshwarang gore go tiki ene a mothuntshitseng mo behelong ba letsatsi ba ntse ba supa batho ba tsaya batho ba ba senang molato ba re ke bone ba boleileng ngwana. Justice must be done.
Family yona e bjang ga gole so
bagolo ba utlwile botlhoko ke rona bagolo ba ngwana re utlwile botlhoko thata rotlhe re utlwile botlhoko gore ga re kgone go dira sepe se se siameng ka ntlheng ya gore ga o tshwara se o monagana o utlwa botlhoko go heta botlhoko go heta botlhoko.
Mmuso ona ba reng ga ise ba buile le family go ba tlotla mo ba bontshe tlhompho ya bona.
Ke yone e tsamang e re makatsa ka gore ga gona la ile ope o one wa puso o kileng a tla mo go rona go botla go itse gore go diragalang ga go diragaleng. Next since Friday le go itlha mabane le today ga gona apa kileng a tla.
O ka le bo gotla ba rena le lona ma.
Thank you.
Well, to us, the baholo about lebutloko, meaning the elders, were deeply hurt by this. But furthermore, she actually wraps up to say that it's quite interesting that the authorities, or rather, someone from government, has not come to actually pay their tributes and respects, particularly the party itself, whereby this young man was advocating with other residents who say the right processes should be put in place and they should be voting for a right candidate. At the very same time, the family feels as though this is a very tough time for them if they lost their loved one, but they are trying to come together and show unity as to how they can overcome this dark storm that's hanging over the family right now. But the police say they are investigating this matter. In fact, we do know that IPOD is looking over this now, and it's just a matter of time before arrests can be made, and that's what the family is calling for, to say justice must be done.
All right, thank you for that. That's eNCA's Pule Letshwiti. Letshwiti-JONES there out in Lichtenburg. The truth is, no one should be dying in the exercise of democracy, especially something as basic as voting for a councillor candidate, right? It should run according to the rules and, you know, become a festival of ideas, really. That's what it's meant to be. But such is the situation, especially in the governing party, the ANC.